Okay, so one of the things I get asked about a lot is how I do some of this fine detail dyeing on a project, especially if I'm doing something that has two-tone where I'm dyeing around an area, like these antlers or around the name or these ducks. And I use these micro detail paintbrushes from Angelus, and the number one and two brushes that I stick to are going to be the size 0 round and the size 0 angular brushes that allow me to get up right up against those figures there and dye those borders nice and neatly with minimal mess. And then just like anything with tooling, especially like when I do a background, I like to go from small to large as I work away from that object. So like on these antlers, I use a fine detail brush to get around that area there. And then I'm going to move on to a larger brush as I go into that big area. And I like to use these sponge brushes here. And this one's a little dried up, so all I'll do is just take these scissors and snip that area off. And then I'm using mahogany dye from Fiebing's. And I'll just dab a little on the edge there, and then I'll work my way out in concentric circles and get a nice even coat. And this I've found kind of helps me avoid a lot of spotty areas and helps me avoid streaks as if I was going up and down like this, which sometimes I do, but I find I get a more even coat if I work in smaller areas and do a circular motion like so. And then these other areas here I'll just fill in with a smaller paintbrush